Hey y'all. So I just had like the weirdest idea. Well, it's not the craziest idea, but just a weird random idea, right? There's a bunch of characters, in like media or whatever that you might love with your whole heart and soul, but they're overlooked for whatever reason, and you feel like they deserve justice, right? And my justice in this scenario is making posters, right? I love making posters. I love drawing. This is a natural chain of events that's going to happen now. So what I wanted to do, because I wanted to engage more with y'all, right? Not just in the comment section. I wanted to engage with y'all. So I'm going to be making a bunch of posters. I'm going to call it making posters of obscure characters, right? I'm going to make it a series. You can comment your character and like just three of their best episodes you think, or even like one if they're not in that many episodes. I decided for my top two, it's gonna be for my first video, I decided to go with Tintin and Clarion from Young Justice, right? So this is how it's gonna go. On one of the poster videos that I do, you can just comment the character that you like. If I've seen the show that you're talking about with the character and I know enough about them, I'll just go off of what I know. But if I don't, you can give me a few of your favorite episodes featuring them, like their best moments or whatever. And then I'll draw them. I'll draw a poster of them for y'all, right? And now to explain why I chose Tintin and Clarion. Tintin has always been my favorite Naruto character, right? But the only thing that for the longest time that I knew about Tintin, right, from the Naruto community, is that Bestie doesn't have screen time. Like, that's the one thing that you will consistently hear about Tintin, that she does not have screen time. And I find that to be so sad because I love her so much. Even today, if you ask me who my favorite female in Naruto is, I'll say Tintin, right? She's flippin' awesome. And I think I love her as much as I do because I actually, when I was younger, when I was watching Naruto, I actually watched the spin-off series, like Rock Lee and his friends, right? And I loved that show when I was younger. I was rewatching a couple of episodes like a few days ago, and this shit was so funny. This shit was so funny. And it made me love Tenten even more because she's like, she's not uptight, but she's quite serious in comparison to Rock Lee, the same as Neji. I love their dynamic, the Neji, Rock Lee and Tenten dynamic. They are phenomenal together in that show. I love it. Tenten is unwillingly roped into all of Rock Lee's nonsense and shenanigans, and girl is just doing the best she can with what she has. It's so flippin' funny, and she's so strong, but because there are other stronger females in the show, she often gets overlooked. Like, no, Tenten isn't beating Sakura even in a fight. Like, we can all agree that Sakura would kick Tenten's ass. But I still love her because I'm not here for power scaling. Like, I'm here for the vibes. And she's got the best vibes. Like, I find it so sad that, like, I find it sad that she's a joke character because some of her best moments get like completely overlooked and overshadowed. Like, she has, how many of them? She has like 2 or 3 of one of the swords of one of the great swordsmen of the mist, and she can wield it. Like, her weaponry skills are insane. But because her fight with Tamari lasted like 5 seconds, it was like one panel in the manga, people are like, damn, Tintin, that one bitch with the 1 second of screen time. It's tragic and she deserves better. She deserves way better. Originally, I was thinking, when I was going through this list to think of who I draw for my first 2 characters for the series, I was thinking of doing Gaara originally because Gaara is my favorite Naruto character in Che, right? If you ask me, Gaara's best character, it's no competition about it, right? But then I was like, Gaara's still too well known and still quite well loved, so I ended up going with Tintin because, you know, she deserves love too, and Gaara does get love anyway. Now, Clarion might be a bit out there. Like, as it stands, I don't actually know that much of Clarion outside of Young Justice, but I absolutely fucking love this guy in the show. Every time he is on screen, I'm like, what's he about to do now? What shenanigans is he about to pull now? I love characters like Gods of Chaos, those types of characters like Bull Cipher, Clarion. They're that type of energy. I love it so much. Guys that just be evil for the sake of being evil and fucking shit up. I love it so much, and he's so funny in the show. Also, like, if I don't know why it is the way that it is, but guys, to have a cat as a familiar is so not it. I honestly feel like any other animal would be a better familiar than a cat, because cats just be doing whatever the hell they want, and literally that's what happens in the show. Mandem can just get distracted by a laser beam, and that's his only tie to the mortal realm. So your only tie to the mortal realm gets distracted by a laser beam, and now you're fucked. Like, and this cat is orange, and this Anticle is orange, bro. Double whammy. It's a cat and it's an orange cat. Just, it's not the way. And I love cats. I think I would have a cat as a familiar, but I'm saying it's not the most practical of options, which makes sense. God of Chaos. What do you expect? But these two have such a delightful dynamic, and just the shit they be saying. Alright, not the cat, of course. The cat just meows to speak, but Clarion, just the things he be saying. Like, I rewatched Young Justice recently. I literally just finished it like 2 days ago. And season 3, Beast Boy turns into an elephant and like he first turns into a mouse to lure the cat away, and then turns into an elephant. And Clarion's like, oh, perfect time for you to get smacked by an elephant. Like, dude, how do you come up with this rubbish? Like, it's so funny. And I also wonder why the hell Tickle didn't turn into like that giant tiger form that they did earlier on in the show. But whatever. It's not for me to question. They're the gods of chaos. They can do whatever the hell they want. I also really like Clarion's design. Like, I think it's really cool. Like, looking at some fan art of him, some people draw like the hair. Sometimes it's like horns, and some people have it as like cat ears, like styled like cat ears as well, which I kind of took inspiration from here with this drawing, like the cat eared hair, because I love it. I think it's adorable. They're the best duo to ever do it. No one has done it like them ever. And I honestly feel like I don't even know, like, I feel like I'm gonna go read some comics on Clarion after this, because I want to know more about this guy. I've never heard people talk about Clarion. Like, not many of the villains get like a lot of attention in Young Justice, which is kind of expected because it's like a spin-off show of Justice League. Right, no one's really all that familiar with a lot of the sidekicks as well, so it makes sense that a show like this wouldn't get a lot of attention. But I want more of Clarion. I want more of him. I need more of him in my eyes to see it more often. I would love to get to know this character better and to see him on more screens. Like, I need a series just focusing on this guy and his shenanigans. I want to know his backstory. I want to know how he got to this point. Why is he beefing with Dr. Fate? Well, I know it's because Dr. Fate's a Lord of Order and he's a God of Chaos. So naturally they'd have beef because they stand for two completely opposite things. But I want to know more about that relationship and that dynamic. Hey all, I'm back with part 2 of my series making posters for obscure characters. This time around, the character I chose was selected by one of the viewers. Here's the comment. Is Yamcha from Dragon Ball. Now, originally when I saw the comment, I was like, in my head, I'm like, who the fuck is Yamcha? Because I haven't watched Dragon Ball, like, at all. It's like one of the top 3 anime, and I just, for some reason, it's Dragon Ball and Bleach. I have not seen them. Right? And so at first I was like, who the fuck is this guy? And then when I started looking at fan art and started like looking at art, looking at pictures of the character online, I searched them and I'm like, oh shit, this the guy from the meme, the Yamcha pose. It's the guy. And then I was like, oh, okay, I know who this is, because I had watched, like, I haven't watched Dragon Ball, but I know quite a bit about it. Like, I know, like Broly, like, I know Frieza, I know Piccolo I see all of the Piccolo clips of him just doing random shit for the sake of it. So I know a bit about, like, every character. I'll know a sprinkle of something. Right, and I watched a couple of videos talking about Yamcha, his contributions. I watched a video by the Magi, which was like his entire life, and it was really good and it was really informative. And then I remembered, while I was watching the Life of Yamcha video, I remembered a video I watched by another creator, which is like one of those review, like, meme videos that like summarize what happens in a specific arc or story, but like in a funny way. I remembered I watched one of those. I couldn't find it while I was busy doing this drawing. I could not find it, but it was all about Yamcha, and the whole time they were just clowning Yamcha. Like, that's all I heard about Yamcha. They clowned this man for retiring from being a fighter and like getting married and having a stable life. Really? And then y'all do that to Yamcha, and then y'all want to complain that Goku is a horrible dad. The Duke, like, I find that so hilarious, just in concept, that you look at one guy and you're like, how dare you do well for yourself, and then you look at someone else and like, be better. It's so flippin' funny. So for this, I decided to draw him, in the white fit with the black pants. I love Yamcha's long hair. I don't know. I know he cut it for his girl, but no, the long hair looks so fire. It looked so fire. I love the long hair. Like, even when I was looking at pictures and things like that, I was like, that hair. I'm a sucker for long hair. And I was like, And so I also drew him with power, because that's his chomi throughout the whole series. Now, Ianu is someone I decided to draw. I recently watched Ianu, like this year. When I say recently, I recently watched Ianu, and I'm not finished it because I take very long to finish series. I watch series in stages. Literally, I started that time I got reincarnated as a slime. I started it at the beginning of the year. I finished in like August. So yeah, I'm very slow with series, but I watched Ianu, and guys, the show is phenomenal, and it doesn't get as much coverage as it should here in South Africa specifically. Like, I've never heard about. I found the show by accident, like completely by accident. I was on my illegal websites and I was looking for a show that I could watch, that like an animated show from South Africa that I could watch, and I like filtered out the search, and I was like, oh, okay, let me look for a South African show that would be fun. And then I saw Ianu, and I'm like, Ianu, what the hell is this? And I watched it, and it was good. Like, I was looking, and I was like, the animation is good, like the plot is good. Like, guys, why haven't I heard about this before? And since it's Heritage Day as well, put some respect on our animators' names, guys. Like, I love the show. The premise is very cool. I watched another video saying it was an Avatar ripoff, when it's not. It's really not. The only thing that you can say maybe is just because the fact that they both glow when they in their transformations, which is literally a trope of every single superpowered animation show like ever to exist. Like by that logic, the Green Lantern is an Avatar ripoff because they both glow because they both got chosen to fulfill a specific purpose and they glow when they activate their superpowers. By that logic, literally there's so many others that could be Avatar ripoffs. But in any case, it's a really cool show. Basically, the premise is long time ago, people were existing and they had their own types of magic and powers and gifts that were bestowed upon them. But then some guy got greedy and he tried to take everything, and there was a big fight. And they were saying, and then the war happened and all the animals were corrupted, and only the chosen one who would be born sometime later can reverse the corruption. She's a descendant of one of the good gods, I think. Right, I'm doing this strictly off of memory, by the way. If I get things wrong, ask kiss. So that's basically the plot. And Ianu is born as the chosen one. She lives in the forest for a while because it's like Attack on Titan walls. The people live outside, like the people live within these walls to protect themselves from the corrupted animals. And she lives outside in the forest with her mentor, right, that ends up getting kidnapped because she was holding the chosen one, and the king becomes corrupted by the evil man, by Badman. So he kidnaps Ianu's mentor and tries to get Ianu, but Ianu escapes. And I think that's as far as I got, where she got to the new village and these people are pressuring her to defend everyone when she really don't want to. She just wants to protect her mentor, and they're low-key assholes for trying to force her to fulfill this destiny when they're like, okay, we didn't gatekeep teaching your power to you unless you promise to help us. Like, that's so, no, guys, be good people. Just help her for the sake of helping her and not expecting things in return. Oh my word, people suck. But yeah, she's cool. Yanu's cool. I love her character. There was a lot of points in the show that just genuinely made me laugh. Like the kid, I forgot what his name is, the kid that she ends up meeting up with when she escapes and she's running through the village, and she's running through like the outer villages. She meets him along the way, and there's this joke with some fruit. I completely forgot what it is now, but I know at the time I found it very funny. I need to go rewatch it, actually. I'm thinking of doing that right now, like rewatching the show and actually completing it this time around. But yeah, I would definitely recommend it. It's really good. And I also just want to see where it's going. If you know how it ends, don't spoil. I still have to watch it.